In the heart of Cambodia's tropical jungle rises one of the most astonishing monuments ever built by human hands. Angkor Wat. More than just the largest religious structure in the world, it is a symbol of the Khmer Empire's glory, ingenuity, and faith. For centuries, the temple lay hidden beneath creeping vines and dense forest, its stones guarded by silence, until explorers and scholars revealed it once more to the world. Angkor Wat was commissioned in the early 12th century by King Suryavarman II, a ruler who sought to combine political authority with divine legitimacy. He dedicated the complex to Vishnu, one of Hinduism's supreme deities, hoping to secure both earthly power and eternal glory. But the temple was not built as a simple place of worship. Its entire layout was designed to be a model of the universe itself. The central sanctuary, with its 5 towers soaring 65 meters into the sky, represents Mount Meru's sacred cosmic mountain at the center of Hindu and Buddhist cosmology. Surrounding galleries and corridors symbolize the mountain ranges encircling the universe, while the vast rectangular moat, nearly 200 meters wide, mirrors the cosmic ocean. Walk through Angkor Wat is to move symbolically through the universe, from the worldly realm at its edges toward the divine center. What astonishes visitors is not only Angkor Wat's size, but also the detail etched into its stones. Among them is the legendary churning of the ocean of milk, where gods and demons cooperate to stir the cosmic sea in search of the nectar of immortality. The scene stretches across nearly 50 meters of stone, alive with dynamic figures of celestial beings, warriors, and serpents. Elsewhere, walls record the battles of Khmer kings, processions of soldiers and elephants, and even glimpses of festivals and markets. These reliefs turn Angkor Wat into a living encyclopedia of the Khmer worldview, a stone epic that still speaks across 9 centuries. Beside the grand central sanctuary lies a quieter, but deeply symbolic feature: the royal pools. These vast stone basins with tiered steps descending into the water served more than practical purposes. They were sacred spaces for ritual purification, for ceremonies of kingship, and for festivals marking the cycle of the seasons. In Hindu and Buddhist traditions, water embodies purity, renewal, and divine essence. To immerse oneself in these pools was to step symbolically into the cosmic ocean, to cleanse both body and spirit before approaching the gods. Close your eyes and imagine it 1,000 years ago. In the stillness of dawn, the king descends the stone steps slowly, his reflection trembling on the surface of the pool. The water mirrors the rising spires of the temple. Priests chant Sanskrit hymns in low voices, while the scent of sandalwood drifts on the warm air. In that moment, the pool is no longer just water. It becomes a sacred stage where heaven and earth, divine power and royal authority meet as one. Angkor Wat was not alone. It was the centerpiece of a vast metropolis, Angkor, the capital of the Khmer Empire. The Khmer Empire may have housed up to 1 million people at its height, making it the largest city in the world at the time. The region contains over 1,000 temples, from massive sanctuaries to small shrines hidden in the forest. Just as impressive as the temples was the empire's mastery of water. The Khmer built enormous reservoirs, or barays, and intricate canal systems to store and distribute water for agriculture. These hydraulic networks allowed the cultivation of rice on a massive scale, feeding the population and sustaining imperial wealth. Angkor was not only a spiritual heart, but also a political and economic engine for Southeast Asia. Yet even the greatest civilizations can fall. After the 14th century, the Khmer Empire began to weaken. Wars with neighboring Siam, modern Thailand, drained its strength, while climate change and environmental stress pushed its water system into collapse. Studies of sediment cores show evidence of prolonged droughts followed by devastating floods, disasters that the hydraulic system, once so reliable, could no longer control. At the same time, Buddhism rose to dominance in the region, gradually replacing the Hindu traditions that had built Angkor Wat. Without royal patronage, many temples fell into neglect. By the 5th–10th century, the Khmer court abandoned Angkor, moving their capital southward. The once great city was left to the forest. Roots pried open stones, vines wrapped towers, and the jungle swallowed centuries of grandeur. For locals, Angkor Wat was never entirely forgotten. Monks continued to worship there, and the temple retained spiritual significance. But it was the writings of French explorer Henri Mouat in the 19th century that reignited global fascination. His descriptions of the wondrous ruins captured Europe's imagination and sparked a wave of archaeological study. In the decades that followed, archaeologists and conservators worked to restore Angkor Wat and its surrounding temples. Despite challenge from looting to war, the monument endured. Today, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, visited by millions each year. Its silhouette, a proud symbol of resilience, sits at the center of Cambodia's national flag. The true secret of Angkor Wat lies not only in its scale or its carvings, but in what it represents. It is a place where architecture becomes cosmology, where water becomes a mirror of the divine, and where stone tells the story of both kings and commoners. It embodies the peak of Khmer civilization, yet it also whispers of impermanence at rise and fall of empires, the passage of time, and the endurance of human creativity. To walk through Angkor Wat today is not merely to enter a temple. It is to step into a cosmic vision carved in stone, to hear echoes of prayers whispered 1,000 years ago, and to feel part of a story that continues to unfold.